is set as they'll square off with the Arizona Cardinals. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play action. It's Jackson. This one complete to Patton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And will be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Pats are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Big play there for New England.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Now the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. On 2nd and 10, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there. Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. On 3rd and 1, Jackson caught outright by Patton. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And Jackson throwing once more. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Patriots are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. And that's his 2nd touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch. And as we check the next-gen stats, he certainly earned his yardage there as he wound up running better than 90 yards that time. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson forced out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Bolden. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Pats force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. A 1st down and more, ETN. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 140 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Fields. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Fields on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs?
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots would extend their lead here just before halftime. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Eluding the pressure right. 1st down and more. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They snap it to Fields. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. And one more time, that's Watkins. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Jackson now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defense.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Patriots are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. A disappointing end to that drive, making it to the red zone, but they'll again, CD, wind up with nothing.
And nothing, that's been the key word because they've had drives throughout that have finished off with nothing. Can't finish off a drive to save their lives in this game. And this one winds up again, giving them, dare I say it, nothing.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Fields. This is Smith with a grab. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
On 1st down, Fields. Flushed out right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
A handoff for Etienne. A 1st down and more, Etienne. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And down to the 7-yard line. Man, 206 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll run with Etienne. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Pats have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trailed, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jalen Waddle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taken.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Third and long. It's Fields. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Patriots. Elijah Moore, 93 yards. And the Patriots extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. To the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. How did he stay on his feet? Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But
pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Matt Milano came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he slings one that's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now it's Fields. They'll roll him out right. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 230 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Fields. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Oh, and now pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Jackson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again is Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be, and time is running.